Okay, it's June 24th. This is a vote after the closed session. We are in open session. City Council held a special meeting with a closed session yesterday. After that closed session, Council had the pleasure of appointing Donnie Williams as our permanent police chief. However, we also held open yesterday's session until today in order to address another personnel matter that is anything but a pleasure. In the closed session, Council was briefed and discussed the termination of 3 employees. Council was asked to concur with the manager and chief's recommendations that the reasons for the termination should be publicly released, as doing so is essential to maintain public confidence in the administration of this city and our police department. City Council is now back in session to vote on concurring with the release of that information to the public. For the record, Councilmember Kevin O'Grady was not present in the closed session, but has received the information package that the rest of council received and was briefed individually by the chief this morning. He is ready to participate in this vote. Is there a motion pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 168-168C7 to find that the public release of the personnel information outlined in the manager's written termination, a document that is public record that shall be attached to the minutes of this council meeting and that shall be available for public inspection, is essential to maintain public confidence in the administration of the city and our police department, and to concur with the manager and chief's request to do so publicly release that information. Do I have a motion?
I moved.
Hold on. Before we do that, could I please also have a roll call for the record, since we all have everybody? Mr. Barnett?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Here.
Councilmember O'Grady?
Here.
Councilmember Spears?
Here.
Councilmember Ravenbark?
Here.
Councilmember Anderson?
Here.
Okay, everybody's here and accounted for. So may I have a vote on that particular motion?
Aye.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem makes the motion. Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Second by Councilmember O'Grady. All in favor of that motion, please indicate by saying aye. And we'll
Aye.
take it individually. Hold on, we'll take it individually. Councilmember Barnett, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Grady?
Aye.
Councilmember Ravenbark?
Aye.
Councilmember Anderson?
Aye.
Councilmember Spears?
Aye.
And the mayor's aye. Okay. So now we'll read a post-vote statement. A press conference will be held at 3 p.m. today at the Wilmington Police Department headquarters. At that time, the following information will be released publicly and will soon thereafter be available on the city's website. Number 1, all of the public information routinely allowed to be released under North Carolina General Statute Section 168-168B, including termination letters for 3 Wilmington police officers. 2, all of the facts and information contained in the investigative report summary of Lieutenant J. Bauman from the Internal Affairs investigation into a matter involving those officers. 3, the written comments that were made a part of the Internal Affairs investigative file from Chief Donnie Williams regarding the results of the investigation, including his directives for corrective action. 4, Chief Williams' position on whether the 3 terminated officers should be eligible for rehire by the city at any point in the future. And 5, the position of the city and the Wilmington Police Department with regard to the release of any audio/video documentation of the incident that gave rise to this investigation. With this business, we now—
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I do apologize. Before you move to adjourn this meeting, I would just like to make council aware that the attorney for the officers involved has approached a judge, and that a hearing was held beginning at 12:15 today. The judge has taken the matter of a potential temporary restraining order to put a hold on this release. A judge has taken that under advisement. She has promised that we will have her ruling back by 3 p.m. She understands the timetable here. Until that ruling is out, I would ask council to absolutely treat all of this information as confidential and not release it or confirm it to anyone. And then once the judge's order is given us, I will advise you as to what it says. If she refuses to issue the TRO, as they're called, then it will move forward just as it has been discussed. If she in some way conditions it or delays the release of information, then we certainly must follow the judge's order and we will respect that. Any questions? Mr. Mayor, it's yours.
Okay. With this business now concluded, we stand adjourned.